Burnout is a choice. You are working harder than you need to. You are over delivering to your clients. As females, that we need to work harder than we need to. We've been conditioned as people of color. Burnout is just part of the process. That is a lie. It doesn't have to be. If you've ever struggled with wondering, how can I grow my sales, grow my income without having to work harder? If you've ever felt like I'm at the edge of burning out because there's just so much on my plate, I want to tell you that burnout is a choice. And it's not only related to what's on your plate. It's actually deeper than that. It's correlated to how you've been programmed to think about time, value, and money. Specifically, how you've been programmed to think about your value. So if you want to make more money and create more freedom, if you want to grow your sales without experiencing burnout, you have to first change how you think about time, value, and money. And I'm going to share that in today's video. In fact, I'm going to share not only ways in which you should start thinking about time, value, and money, but actually 2 strategies that you can implement that support your new thought process that will make you a lot more money without you having to work more hours and with saying goodbye to burnout. And the first one is related to how you value your value and really how you see your value. Let's go to the word and what does the Bible say about your value. And we're going to go to Ephesians 2:10, and it reads, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk it out." We could just stop right there. I literally could stop the video right there and we could run around our offices. Let me repeat this. You are God's workmanship. God created and manufactured you, and he does nothing wrong. He does everything right. And he created you to do good works, which he prepared beforehand. He predestined you to do good because you are good and you are valuable and you are worthy. And he created it so that you could walk it out. He created you and you are intrinsically valuable. Why am I saying this? Because chances are you are working harder than you need to. You are over delivering to your clients. You're giving them more worksheets, more scripts, more templates, more contact time, more than is necessary for them to achieve the results that they want to achieve and experience the transformation that they want to have, because somewhere you don't believe that you are valuable. And so you've been conditioned, we have been conditioned to work harder than we need to. We've been conditioned sometime in our family structure, our family system. We've been conditioned by other systems as females that we need to work harder than we need to. We've been conditioned as people of color. We've been conditioned culturally that we need to work harder than we need to. And underlying that is how you see your value. And so the new mindset that I want you to embrace is, I am valuable. I am enough. Do you realize that in your presence, people can join your programs, buy your services, buy your products, and just your presence alone and how you show up will shift something for them? They will see something. You won't even realize that they are catching something that you haven't even taught that will change their life for good. Just your essence, just your presence, just the way that you show up for your clients that will far exceed their expectation that a worksheet, a workbook, an extra phone call, an extra video cannot do. And it begins with you believing that you are valuable. I want you to type this in the chat because you understand that money problems are not solved by money. Money problems are solved with our mindset. And so you wanting to grow your sales faster without burning out begins with you first changing how you think. Specifically, changing how you think about your value and your worth, and beginning to recognize when you're working harder than you need to, that is leading to burnout, which again is a choice. You may be addicted to working hard unconsciously, subconsciously, because that's what you've been programmed to do and that's what you've always done. And actually will start creating work when you don't have to. Second mindset is you beginning to expand your capacity to receive. Let me ask you a question, and you can raise your hand. Is it more comfortable for you to give than receive? When someone gives you a compliment, do you feel uncomfortable? When someone compliments you on your hair or your smile or your makeup or your outfit or something that you deem insignificant, you brush it off as, oh, that's no big deal, or it's just this, or that you can get this, or you may share where you got it, or you may share the price, or you may share the deal, or you may talk about how old it is or how long you've had it. Like you need to explain instead of receiving. Raise your hand if you are currently experiencing that. You feel uncomfortable. Someone gives you a compliment and you feel like you need to compliment them back. That receiving is something you struggle with. See, some people need to learn how to give more, but for you, that's your comfort zone. Receiving is where you need to expand your capacity. And if you want to receive more money, if you want to receive more sales, if you want to have more time freedom, you have to begin with the smaller things, the compliments. Maybe someone opening the door for you. Maybe someone putting on your jacket for you. Maybe someone giving you a gift and not feeling like you need to give someone a gift back. Maybe someone sending you a prayer and you saying thank you, not feeling like you need to give them a prayer back. This is about expanding the mindset that you can receive. God says, I've come to give you life and life more abundantly. God has come to give. So that means you have to receive. And so the mindset is to expand your capacity to receive, that receiving compliments, receiving money easier, faster, without me working harder is good. So that's a mindset. When you begin to shift how you think about your value, you will make more money. Change how you think about sales and change how you think about your value will help you grow your sales faster without burning out and without working harder. So then I said I was going to share 2 strategies. Again, it begins with the mind. Everything, if you want to change your sales and want to change how much time you enjoy in your business, you first have to change your mindset. So here are two strategies. And the mindset, I'm kind of pausing here, especially with the last one, because this can be really something that we struggle with, right? Because we've been told, oh, it's better to give than receive. It's better to give to receive. But for us, it's about receiving. And I remember when I made this shift, and I'm still up-leveling this shift, and I began to start noticing compliments that people said instead of dismissing them. And there's a compliment that I received that I've grown accustomed to receiving it. And one of the greeters at my church, he always said something. He said something along the lines like, "Oh, you look like Hollywood. I love how you walk in here with your smile. You just look like money." And now I'm like, "Thank you. You're right. Let's go. That's what we're talking about." Begin to receive these compliments freely, easily, with flow, and watch how your sales grow. Okay, so let's go into the two strategies. And I want you to type in the chat if you are ready to receive easily, freely, joyfully. Let me know. Let me know who's with me. And this is about going from one-to-one to one-to-many. Now, I don't know if you are like me, and I remember being in group coaching programs that quite often were contained poorly. There wasn't proper structure. Someone would take over. One client would take over the call. The coach didn't know how to contain it well, didn't know how to adjust. And so I found myself saying, like, I don't like group coaching programs. Like, I'm not getting the benefit that I can with one-on-one. It's just too messy. There's a lot of drama involved, that I prefer working one-on-one. And so because we can't sell what we don't buy, I didn't sell group coaching programs until now, until I experienced a well-contained group coaching program. Until I began to realize also what really prompted it is I was finding myself, and let me know if you find yourself too, saying the same thing over and over and over and over, to one-on-one clients. And then also noticing where the one-on-one clients weren't believing what I was saying, right? Because I was telling them to do something that didn't fit their paragraph, their thought process, right? And so it was so radically different. But then when I would bring my one-on-one clients together and share the same thing, and one client who would implement it would be like, "No, it works. And they would be having conversations and believing what I said, not because I said it, because someone else said it. I began to think, wait, there's something to this. But I had such a bad taste in my mouth from poorly designed group programs that I wasn't selling group programs until I got sick and tired of saying the same thing over and over again. And I experienced a well-contained group coaching program that, as someone who asks a lot of questions, other people were asking questions that I hadn't even thought of. That was like, yo, I'm so happy you asked that question. Yo, let me write that down. No, that's good, right? Or, man, I'm so happy that you're sharing this because I'm realizing that I'm not the only one sharing this. I thought that this was personal and didn't realize this was universal. And I began to see the value in a group coaching program from both the coach, consultant, and trainer, and as the client and student. So this is about you shifting from one-to-one to one-to-many. Not only in the delivery, but also in the sales process. This is about, again, you not believing the lie that you've got to work harder and really seeing the value in the group that is well contained, both for you and your clients, that your clients can actually receive more value, that you can actually be serving them at a higher level in a well-contained group, right? Because they're going to get value that they never even thought of by the questions that are asked. And they're going to get more value because you're going to have more energy and more time that you can answer one question to 100 people, to 30 people, to 50 people, to 1,000 people, to 6 people, to 10 people, whatever the number is, versus you answering the same thing and feeling and sounding like a broken record 10 times, 100 times, 30 times. So this is about you, again, with a new mindset of I don't have to work harder, that I'm valuable because I am God's workmanship, and then shifting from one to many. Now, if you are like, Althea, I hear you, but I like one-to-one and I love servicing one-to-one, I get it. I really do. Because I still offer one-to-one, right? My 5-day immersive sales training is the beginning group training that is amazing. And then I have other higher level group programs. And for those who are at a higher level who want one-to-one, you can still work with me. You can work with me for $5,000 an hour. You can do a $40,000 VIP day, because there are some who prefer to work one-to-one and are ready to go and they're best suited. So I'm not saying get rid of it. If you're like, I don't want to get rid of it, I understand, but make it at a premium. Make it for those who are serious, not curious, who are action takers and who prefer a premium experience, right? Maybe I've talked about this in other videos, and I'll talk about it. I can talk about it if I haven't. Let me know in the chat. You know, there's a good, a better, and a best offer. You want to always have a good, a better, and a best offer. And you've seen this, right? They always have the silver, gold, and platinum. In our services, in our products, you also want to have that. And so your highest level can still be one-to-one for those who, because there are those who prefer investing at the highest level. So when you implement these two strategies and these two mindsets, you will find that burnout is truly a choice. I want to hear in the chat if you are ready to say, listen, burnout is a choice, it's not a requirement. Burnout is a choice, it's not a requirement. And I really want you to learn how to change how you think and not make these common mistakes that most female entrepreneurs make that keep them from 7 figures, multi-7 figures, and beyond. And so I created a free training to help you understand some other mistakes, mindset mistakes that you be making, strategy mistakes that you may be making that you don't realize. In my training, the 7 biggest sales mistakes that female entrepreneurs make that keep them from 7 figures. So go to the link in the description box. In fact, I'll make it in the comments, and grab that free training so you don't rob yourself of a fortune. You begin to understand why sales are hard for some and easy for others, how you may be stopping yourself unconsciously from making more money. And I'm also going to share a way in which you can radically transform how you think about sales and how you think about your value. So make sure to grab that training. You don't want to miss out on that. And then I will see you here next week. Love and kisses, kisses and love. And I'll see you in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts about you being valuable and you knowing that you are enough. Excuse me. There is enough and you have enough. Okay. Love and kisses. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we release a new video. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Go to altheamcintyre.com to get your free training on the 7 biggest sales mistakes that keep you from 7 figures.